Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Today we are going to study the structure of the cell. The cells are structural and functional units of living organisms. Here is given the basic structure of the cell. All cells contain cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. The outermost layer of the cell is called cell membrane that encloses the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance containing oil droplets, starch grains, water. It also contains living structures called as organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, chloroplasts, etc. These organelles are specified to perform different functions. Mitochondria. These are round or elongated organelles. These are sites of cellular respiration. Golgi bodies are involved in formation of cell secretions. Chloroplasts are sites where photosynthesis takes place in the presence of sunlight. Vacuoles are fluid-filled spaces in the cytoplasm. In animal cells, vacuoles are used to store nutrients and water. In plant cells, vacuoles are used to store various substances and maintain the cell structure. Nucleus is a round or oval structure present in cytoplasm. It contains rod-like structures called chromosomes that control working of the cell. Okay students, now I have explained cell structure to you. We can also read it from the textbook. Nearly all cells have the same basic structure. All cells have a round or oval nucleus surrounded by jelly-like substance called cytoplasm, both of which are enclosed within a very thin skin known as cell membrane. Here we are told about cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. We have already discussed that cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell. It encloses cytoplasm and nucleus. All substances going into and coming out of the cell pass through the cell membrane. It means that any kind of substances like excretory substances, gases or nutrients have to pass through cell membrane in order to move into the cell or move out of the cell. इसका मतलब ये है कि किसी भी किस्म के सब्सटेंसेस जो हैं उनको सेल के अंदर जाने के लिए या सेल से बाहर आने के लिए सेल मेम्ब्रेन जो है उसमें से पास करना पड़ेगा. The cytoplasm contains a large number of important substances such as oil droplets, starch grains, water, salt and excretory matter. Now we are told about the composition of the cytoplasm, that it is made up of water, oil droplets, starch grains, salts. Excretory matter is also present in the cytoplasm and it is expelled out of the cell after passing through the cell membrane. ठीक है, एक्सक्रीटरी मैटर वो वाला मैटर होता है जिसकी हमें ज़रूरत नहीं होती, जिसकी सेल में ज़रूरत नहीं होती, ये सेल के लिए नुकसानदेह होते हैं. ठीक है, इसको सेल से बाहर भेज दिया जाता है सेल मेम्ब्रेन के ज़रिए से. The cytoplasm also contains tiny living structures called cell organelles, which perform important functions such as respiration, excretion, etc. for the cell. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are round, elongated organelles which help in the process of respiration. We have discussed already that mitochondria are sites where respiration takes place. Mitochondria वो वाले सेल के organelles होते हैं जहाँ पर respiration का process होता है. Then Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies जो होते हैं वो सेल secretions में involved होते हैं. ये different किस्म की secretions जो कि सेल को required होती हैं वो प्रोड्यूस करती है. सो वी कैन से दैट गोल्जी बॉडीज़ आर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ सेल सेक्रीशंस. उसके बाद हमारे पास आते हैं क्लोरोप्लास्ट. क्लोरोप्लास्ट जो होते हैं दीज आर प्रेजेंट ओनली इन द प्लांट सेल्स एंड आर एब्सेंट इन द एनिमल सेल्स. क्लोरोप्लास्ट वो वाले सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स होते हैं जहाँ पर फोटोसिंथेसिस का प्रोसेस होता है. फोटोसिंथेसिस इज़ प्रोसेस बाय विच द प्लांट्स मैन्युफैक्चर फूड इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सनलाइट. A vacuole is a space filled with fluid in the cytoplasm of a cell. In animals, they act as storage for nutrients and water. In plants, they act as storage as well as provide internal support to maintain the cell structure. वैक्यूल्स जो होते हैं वो असल में स्पेसिस होते हैं. और इन स्पेसिस का जो पर्पज़ है वो ये होता है कि इनमें आप डिफरेंट किस्म की चीज़ों को स्टोर कर सकते हैं। प्लांट्स जो होते हैं उनके अंदर एक सेंट्रल वैक्यूल होता है और उसका साइज़ काफ़ी ज़्यादा होता है, जबकि जो एनिमल्स होते हैं उनके अंदर वैक्यूल कंपैरेटिवली छोटे साइज़ के होते हैं और इन वैक्यूल्स में न्यूट्रिएंट्स या फिर वाटर या फिर एक्सक्रीटरी मटेरियल जो है उसको स्टोर किया जा सकता है। द न्यूक्लियस ऑफ अ सेल कंटेन्स रॉड शेप्ड objects called chromosomes. The nucleus contains chromosomes and the chromosomes actually control whole working of the cell. The chromosomes take part in cell division. जब सेल ने डिवाइड करना होता है तो सबसे पहले उसका जो न्यूक्लियस है उसके अंदर क्रोमोसोम्स डिवाइड करते हैं, देन न्यूक्लियस, और उसके बाद सेल डिवाइड करता है। नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक we are told about the differences between animal and plant cells. There are certain basic differences between animal and plant cells. For example, the cell wall is present in case of plant cells, whereas it is absent in animal cells. The other difference is that of position of nucleus. The nucleus is present in the center in animal cells and it is present at a side in case of plant cells. The reason is the presence of a large central vacuole in plant cells. Due to this central vacuole, the nucleus is pushed towards the side of the cell. Then the chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are present only in plant cells because photosynthesis takes place in only plant cells. These are absent in animal cells. We can also now read it from the textbook. Differences between animal and plant cells. Animal cells. There is no cell wall. The outer layer is called the cell wall. दोनों में ये डिफरेंस है कि एनिमल सेल्स जो होती हैं उनमें आउटर लेयर जो है वो सेल मेम्ब्रेन होती है, सेल वॉल प्रेजेंट नहीं होती, जबकि जो प्लांट सेल्स हैं उनमें सेल मेम्ब्रेन से बाहर की तरफ सेल वॉल भी मौजूद होती है। The cell membrane is the outermost layer of the cell. The cell membrane is inside the cell wall in plant cells. ये वही बात उन्होंने की है कि एनिमल सेल्स के अंदर जो आउटर मोस्ट लेयर है दैट इज़ सेल मेम्ब्रेन, वेयर एज द आउटर मोस्ट लेयर इन केस ऑफ प्लांट सेल्स दैट इज़ सेल वॉल। थर्ड वन, द न्यूक्लियस इज इन द सेंटर इन केस ऑफ एनिमल सेल्स and the nucleus is usually on one side, and I have already told you the reason, the presence of central vacuole in plant cells. The vacuoles are small in animal cells. The vacuoles are bigger in plant cells. In animal cells, no chloroplasts are present, whereas chloroplasts are present in plant cells. उसके बाद आपको डायग्राम उन्होंने दिखाई हुई है एनिमल सेल की भी और प्लांट सेल की भी। Okay, here are shown the diagrams of plant cells and animal cell. This one is plant cell, this one is animal cell. You can now note the differences. This is cell wall, which is present only in case of plant cell. It is absent in case of animal cell. You can see the outermost layer in case of animal cell is cell membrane. This one, cell membrane. This is cell membrane of animal cell. This is cell membrane of plant cells, and this portion is called as cell wall. It is absent in case of animal cell. Then you can also see the difference in size of vacuole. This is vacuole in case of plant cell. It is very large. And here are small vacuoles in case of animal cell. You can see these are small vacuoles which are present in case of animal cells, whereas this is large vacuole in case of plant cells. You can also see the chloroplasts here in plant cell. There are no chloroplasts in case of animal cells. Here are mitochondria in plant cell and in animal cells. The nucleus, and here is the nucleus of animal cell. The other cell structures are same. The basic three differences are: number one, the presence of cell wall only in case of plant cells. Number two, the difference in size of vacuole. It is larger in case of plant cells, smaller in case of animal cells. The presence of chloroplasts only in plant cells, whereas there are no chloroplasts in animal cells. Today we have studied about cell structure and a little detail of some of the cellular organelles. We also studied about difference between animal and plant cells. And I think that it would be clear to you now. However, if you have any question in your mind, you can ask me in comment. Allah Hafiz.